Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming along in the video today. We're departing Music City Executive Airport, heading to the Chicago area in this beautiful Generation 2 Plus Vision Jet. We've received our IFR clearance and our release for departure, so we're going to do that now, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the flight and Music City Executive Airport when we get airborne. Thanks for coming along. Good morning, departure Vision Jet 379, Juliet Mike 1.5 for 3,000 and the turn to 090.
379 Juliet Mike, turn right heading 140.
Right turn 140, 9 Juliet Mike.
379 Juliet Mike, turn right heading 180.
Right turn 180, 9 Juliet Mike. Let's take off runway 19, 379 Juliet Mike. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming along in the video today. We're departing Music City Executive Airport, heading to the Chicago area in this beautiful Generation 2 Plus Vision Jet. We've received our IFR clearance and our release for departure, so we're going to do that now, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the flight and Music City Executive Airport when we get airborne. Thanks for coming along. Music City traffic, you have a Vision Jet now departing runway 35. It's going to be a northbound departure out of Music City. Alright, probe heat's on. Final approach is clear, cast messages are clear. Alright, we require about 3,300 foot of takeoff distance today. This is a 6,300 foot runway. Airspeed alive, there's that runway center line. We have 60 by the markers, continuing. Our calculated rotation speed's about 90 today with this weight, and here we go. Alrighty. Pause the rate, gear coming up. Alright, above obstacles, flight level change and pitch for a little bit faster airspeed. 115, there's the flaps coming up. Caps available. And MCT. Music City Executive traffic, you have a Vision Jet now about 3 miles to the north of the field, departing the area through 2,500 feet. Music City traffic, have a good day. National approach, 4 flight 585, we are 3,000 on runway heading.
4 flight 585, national departure ident.
Departure, jet right 50, 2100 for 4,000, runway heading.
Jet right 50, national departure, radar contact, proceed direct Kello, climb and maintain 15,000, best rate through 8,000.
Direct Kello, up to 15, best rate through 8, jet right 50.
Right 50, wind out 2, climb and maintain 14,000.
4,000, jet right 50.
Jet, I want to make sure I heard you right, 14,000 is the final, 14, best rate through 8.
14,000, best rate through 8 for jet right 50.
4 flight 585, national approach, radar contact, 6 north of Gallatin at 3,000, climb and maintain 15,000, Nashville altimeter is 3005.
3005 up to 15,000, 4 flight 585.
Legion 1965, turn right heading 110, set to maintain 7,000.
110, 7,000, Legion
15,000 feet set.
50 Golf Alpha, you're 3 miles from Wilson, cleared RNAV runway 2 approaching to John Tune. Radar services are terminated. Contact Tune Tower 19.45, maintain your current squawk code.
So
all right, we'll maintain our current squawk code and we'll contact Tower and we're clear for the RNAV runway 2.
Climb rate that we're happy with.
4 flight 585, contact Memphis Center 133.85.
3385, 4 flight 585, good day.
Departure United.
All right, So right now 1,500 feet a minute has us at about 212 knots of indicated, so we're going to increase that a little bit while we have that energy. Memphis Center, 4 flight 585, we're 3.8, coming to 15,000, heading 350.
4 flight 585, Memphis Center, clear direct to boiler, climb maintain flight level 230.
Direct boiler, 230, 4 flight 585. Direct boiler set, nav mode set, and 230 is set. All right, zoom this out a little bit. About 25 miles, looks good. So increase the climb rate to about 2,000 feet a minute. Airspeed was starting to decline a little bit, so we know it's time to reduce that climb rate. We'll try 1,500 and go to vertical speed. Capture indicated airspeed of 166.
This video is sponsored in part by SF50 Flight Support. Check out sf50flightsupport.com for more information. We make jet ownership better with comprehensive services for owners, pilots, and operators of SF50 Vision Jets.
Alrighty, yeah. Rain conditions here today in Nashville. Looks like that'll be the situation for at least the first third of the flight anyway. And nicer conditions as we get closer to the Chicago area. I was talking a little bit about Music City Executive Airport in the intro of this video.
Memphis, yeah, I did 334, 4,700 for 15,000.
And Music City Executive's nice airport, it's non-towered, it's north of Nashville.
I maintain flight level 230, United.
So it's out of the fray of the Nashville metro area per se. So a lot of the music executives and royalty as well as celebrities like to use Music City Executive Airport for their airport of choice when coming to the Nashville area. So in today's flight, I'm flying empty up to the Chicago area. I'm picking up 5 passengers up there, bringing them back to the Nashville area this afternoon. These conditions are going to persist pretty much all day long, so we'll be paying attention to the weather.
Roger. In the Nashville Forks, there's some scattered areas of moderate.
These current conditions might develop into scattered thunderstorms this afternoon at our arrival time. So, unfortunately, I can't record the second flight due to passenger discretion, but in any case, we're happy to film this flight today. And now we're going through about 7,900 feet. Indicated airspeed 167, 166 or so. Air's a little rough, so we got some variation on indicated airspeed. Outside air temperature is 13 right now, so icing conditions are not a factor at this altitude. As we climb, we'll pay attention to that as well.
And Center United 334.
Go ahead.
Yeah, ultimately, we'll climb out to about flight level 300 for this flight. So it's about an hour and 25 minutes from Music City Executive Airport to DuPage. Looks like the tops are at 8,700 feet. So
okay, let me take a look at that, see what they can do.
Real good.
773 Kilo Sierra, descend and maintain 11,000, Nashville altimeter 3006.
11,000, 773 Kilo Sierra.
All right, coming up on 10,000, 10,000 feet. Pressurization looks good. Tanks are fairly well balanced. Engine instruments look good. Continuing the climb, lane light comes off. We'll certainly pay attention to checklist item icing protection, but it doesn't appear to be needed at this point of the flight or down the road a little, so we'll skip past that and wait till altimeter transition altitude.
All right, United 334, I've got the new routing for you. Advise when you're ready to copy.
Give me 1 second, get the paper.
So in flight level change now, we're indicating about 164 knots. That's given us 1,000, now 900, 850
and then,
feet per minute, back to 900, 950, 1,000, 1,050, 1,100, 1,150,
India, Tango,
1,200,
then Q34
1,250,
to Gordonsville,
and,
Golf Victor Echo
1,300 feet a minute.
For arrival.
Air's a little rough, so there's be some deviations
heading,
with respect to speed
Consider
and
Q34 to Gordonsville
feet
for the
per minute
Filbo 4 arrival. Thank you so much.
But it's not otherwise uncomfortable, so I appreciate you guys coming along in the video, and thanks for supporting the channel, of course.
Did you want us to go to Sitter right now?
As we continue to provide these videos
for, now, I mean, going to turn
for the Cirrus Vision Jet community
good to you.
And those enthusiasts out there.
Into the heavy. Maybe in about 2 or 3 minutes I was going to have that for you.
That sounds perfect. We were just saying about 10 to 15 miles would be great.
Roger.
The Generation 2 Plus Vision Jet that I am flying today, it was custom ordered just over a year and a half ago, I believe. Coincidentally, the owner of this plane was the owner of my first Vision Jet, and so he was the one that sold my first Vision Jet to me. And so I fly for him and his family, and been enjoying that for, I guess, the past 5 years or so. Currently going through 14,300 feet now, climbing at about 1,400 feet a minute with an indicated airspeed of 166. Our true airspeed is now 213, and ground speed as a result of 9 knots of tailwind is showing to be 218 knots of ground speed. So trucking along pretty good across the ground and with a decent climb rate.
Yeah, November 144 Yankee Delta.
So, looking good so far.
144 Yankee Delta, Memphis Center, climb and maintain, flight level 230, stand by for on course.
Memphis 230, Yankee Delta.
Memphis Center, Southwest 3496, level off, 240.
Southwest 3496, Memphis Center, roger.
Now at 15,000 feet, we've got an outside air temperature of 4 degrees Celsius or 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And we've been underway for about 12 minutes now.
300 knots or greater.
300 or greater, Southwest 3496.
Now going through about 17,000 feet, climbing at 1,000 feet a minute. Our indicated airspeed is between 166 and 167.
Southwest 598, turn 10
knots of indicated airspeed, so that's got us 221 on the true airspeed, and now a ground speed of 231.
Level 250, lead in 314.
So I'll shut the cameras off for now and get back with you guys as we get into the cruise phase of flight, and appreciate you coming along. Thanks for watching.
314, thanks.
Air Shuttle 62.
All right, everybody, back with you again.
1 o'clock and 20 miles northeast.
Currently climbing through 26,500 feet on our way up to flight level 300, talking to Indy Center.
5750, your traffic 11 o'clock, 1 miles southwest on Embraer.
It's been nice and smooth up here so far.
Look, if it's 750.
Looks like we got about 251 nautical miles remaining in this journey into the Chicago area.
250, contact Indy on 128.3.
And
all right, 128.3.
right now we're making about 1,000 feet a minute. I've got vertical speed set for the initial climb. We're given a level off prior to us starting the recording, so we can develop some speed, and then now we're just dissipating some of that energy. And as we get closer to about 170 or 168 knots of indicated over here, we'll go from vertical speed to flight level change.
Climb maintain 270.
And capture that climb rate. All right, now that flight level change is set, we're going to maintain something around an indicated airspeed of 169 or the equivalent. What happens as you climb, of course, the indicated airspeed gets slower because of the way the air is thinner up here, basically, and so it makes a lower indication of indicated airspeed, if that makes sense to you. That's why in the flight levels generally refer to true airspeed as actual performance for the plane, which happens to be about 268 knots right now of true airspeed, which has given us 256 knots of ground speed as we climb.
Sorry, November 144
and I'm going to reduce the flight level change speed
330 for the final.
couple knots, and I'm trying to increase our climb rate to somewhere around 1,000 feet a minute.
134.7.
We have to pay attention, of course, to our indicated airspeed because that's always relative to the air that's moving over the wing, and that's related to our stall speeds.
Exit jet 975, climb maintain for 310.
Flight level 310, jet jet 975.
We know we're close to the realm where we might enter stall conditions, so, but in any case,
There you go.
we're now indicating about 164, that's will give us 850
3305
feet
American.
per minute to climb, so let's manipulate that a little bit. And trying something more like 162 indicated, 161 indicated, and now that's giving us about 1,350 feet per minute in the climb. We're through flight level 290 now, so less than 1,000 feet remaining in the climb.
On 134.7.
34.7, Brickyard 5750, have a good day.
And about this point, I normally go vertical speed and dial 600 feet per minute
2681, contact Memphis Center 124.2.
for the final portion of the climb.
Exit jet 975, climb maintain, flight level 340.
After switching to about 600 feet a minute vertical speed climb, obviously we're paying close attention to the indicated airspeed, again, because we don't want to enter any type of condition close to the stall as a result of getting too slow for flight conditions. But in going to vertical speed 600 feet a minute, that's increased our true airspeed to 263 and our ground speed to 249 now, as we are about to level off at flight level 300.
Center United.
Fuel over destination is showing 183 gallons right now.
United 1204.
And hopefully that will improve a little bit now that we've leveled off, and we're going to start speeding up.
American 3101,
All right, we'll go through the cruise checklist. Thrust lever is set as required. It's autopilot. Auto throttle is FMS, now activated as...
91320.
Perfect, yep, in FMS.
Blue Street 5091,
And ice protection is not currently required. We are RVSM compliant into the checklist. All right, let's look at conditions at Music City Executive for our return flight. Broken clouds at 500, broken clouds at 900.
Exit 975, contact Indy Center 134.7.
So that's
347, exit jet 975.
Above our landing minimum, so that's good news for our return flight. Hopefully that condition improves slightly. We'll now look at DuPage Airport. Weather conditions. Currently winds are 110 at 4 knots. 6 miles of visibility with haze, clear skies, and the local altimeter is 3021. All right, after being at our cruising altitude of flight level 300 for a minute or two, we are now indicating a true airspeed of 301 knots, and that's a ground speed of 287. Our actual indicated airspeed is now 183 knots. Fuel over destination condition is 190 knots, showing about 46 minutes of flight time remaining 224 nautical miles. Now indicating 303 true airspeed. So we'll slow up for a little, or we'll speed up for a little while longer, and then reach our maximum cruising airspeed shortly.
And the afternoon Southwest 3663.
So if we land on runway 2 left, that's going to give us only about 4 knots of crosswind.
Should improve to just occasional stop over the next few minutes.
Right, of course. And then
attention all aircraft, convect to Sigma 70 Eastern Valorant to 1855 Zulu for Tennessee, Kentucky. Information available on flash service frequencies.
Yep, that's related to us on our return. So we'll pay attention to that on the return flight. But Vision Jet has a maximum demonstrated crosswind limitation. Again, it's maximum demonstrated crosswind limitation.
Flight 585, contact Indy Center 125.12.
25.12, 4 flight 585, good day.
See you.
Indy Center, 4 flight 585, flight level 300, smooth.
4 flight 585, sir.
All right, I was talking about the maximum demonstrated crosswind limitation for the Vision Jet. It is 16 knots of crosswind component. Again, this is a demonstrated crosswind limitation, not a maximum crosswind limitation, but it is 16 knots when flaps are full, and it's 18 knots of crosswind component, demonstrated, of course, crosswind component when flaps are 50. So when you get high crosswind conditions, typically want to land with only flaps 50. That gets you closer to the maximum demonstrated crosswind component for the Vision Jet. So it's been a nice flight so far. Been underway for just about 40 minutes. 199 nautical miles remaining. About 39 minutes of flight time remaining as well. Fuel over destination showing 192. I do appreciate you coming along in these videos, and I'll shut the cameras off till we get a little bit closer to our descent. Appreciate you coming along. All right, everybody, welcome back. We're now at flight level 300, just giving our initial descent down to flight level 280, so vertical speed, and let's go 1,000 feet a minute. Auto throttle is armed in FMS mode. Alrighty. So we brought up the chart for the ILS for runway 2 left onto the split PFD. And what our toggle control allows us to do, we press this control button
34.7, have a good day, Chester.
one time, it brings us back to our checklist. If we hold it down, it brings us back to the chart that we have selected there.
25.37.
2537, Scouts 5345.
Looks like the minimums are 594 feet, which gives us about 200 feet AGL for the minimums. We had information hotel in Windsor 030 at 6 knots now.
For flight 585, maintain level 260.
Well, that's going to maintain flight level 260 for flight 585.
All right, 260 is now set. Go back to vertical speed and
Center Skywest 4934, flight level 280. That was 49.
Towards the tail end of our cruise phase, we picked up information hotel for DuPage Airport. Windsor 030 at 6 knots, so they changed a little bit since we previously checked them. Visibility is still about 6 miles due to haze. 2 clouds at 4,600 feet. Local altimeter 3019. That's set up in pre. And we're expecting the ILS for runway 2 left. We'll fly it as a visual approach, but load the ILS as a backup. At DuPage, there are 2 parallel runways landing north. Obviously, runway 2 left and then runway 2 right. And on a hazy day, if the runways happen to be really close together, sometimes it might be difficult to identify which one you're lined up with. So, loading up the ILS.
Contact Chicago Center 121.27.
121.27, 4 flight 585. Good day.
Good day. Southwest 4292, climate tank level 2.
Chicago Center, full flight 585, 26.4, at the level of 260.
4 flight 585, Chicago Center up. Beach 4 Bravo Charlie, cross Copa at stop by level 240.
Cross Copa 240, Beach 42404 Bravo Charlie.
All right, thrust lever set. Landing field elevation has been verified as 759 feet. Ice conditions are not currently relevant. And we'll wait for the local altimeter. As we cruise along here at flight level 260, it's a little bumpy. Not too bad, but our indicated airspeed is now 202. Gives us a true airspeed of 309 and a ground speed of 299. About 9 knots of headwind currently at this altitude. And outside air temperature is now minus 24 degrees Celsius, which is minus 11
contact Chicago Center,
degrees Fahrenheit.
32.5.
32.5, you'll have a good day, 404 Bravo Charlie.
4 flight 585, descend and maintain level 240.
We'll descend and maintain flight level 240, 4 flight 585.
240 set, and we'll dial in 1,000 feet a minute. All right, so we've worked on our NART items. We have NOTAMs for the airport.
4 flight 585, contact Chicago Center 132.5.
32.5, 4 flight 585, good day.
32.5. Switch.
Chicago Center, 4 flight 585, we're out of a 25.3 for flight level 240.
Four flights at 585, Chicago Center, although off lower frame just a moment.
Roger that, thanks.
All right, talking about NART items. We've looked at the NOTAMs for the airport already, used 4Flight for that.
Air 404
we received the airport information.
Flight level 220, clear direct to hot dog.
Already, that's information hotel.
Leaving 230.
We know the runway conditions.
Air 4 Bravo Charlie, negative, leaving 220, 22.
Runway 2 left, of course.
Roger, 220.
We have the dimensions for that.
Over to hot dog, beach 404 Bravo Charlie.
4 flight 585, descend and maintain 11,000, the Kankakee altimeter 3021.
3021 down to 11,000, 4 flight 585.
Again, as we look at runway characteristics, runway 2 left is 7,571 feet by 150. And
4 flight 585, clear direct Joliet, direct to Page.
All right, direct Joliet, then to Page, 4 flight 585.
Direct Joliet set, left turn. Of course, on runway 2 left, there's no glide slope
Bravo Charlie,
indicator, so there's no PAPI or VASI lighting. That's all right. We can utilize the ILS for that.
5 miles south of hot dog, 4,000 feet, 404 Bravo Charlie.
4 Bravo Charlie, Gary altimeter 3019.
All right, and we'll come over here and look at our landing distance. Total landing distance required as it's calculated is about 2,600 feet or so. Our VRAF is showing 85. Since I have the MFD split already, I'll go over and illuminate the outside pane and bring the traffic in there. And so set it to 6 nautical miles range. And as we enter the terminal area, if we get a traffic call, we can utilize that to try to better pinpoint where the aircraft is located due to these hazy conditions that are anticipated. About 24 minutes of flight time remaining. We'll increase the vertical speed descent rate to about 1,500 feet per minute. And so we got 109 gallons on the left tank and 98 gallons on the right tank. So we'll go manual on the left tank and bring that down to roughly 100 gallons, and we'll switch it back to auto. Usually I like to keep a 2-gallon differential in the towards the heavier tank, since it takes a little bit of time for the auto system to switch back to the right tank. If you try to balance, like if I waited until the left tank got to 98 gallons, then it would switch and it would be imbalanced again. So we just wait till it's about 2 gallons more than the other tank, and then we'll switch to auto again.
Envoy 3741, contact Chicago Center, correction, Indianapolis Center, 119.55.
All right, coming up on transition altitude. We're currently at 18,800 feet. There's something that you can do if you're worried about forgetting something that you've set in the airplane that you only want to have set temporarily. Like I have the fuel set to the left tank manually, and in case I got busy and I didn't want to forget, sometimes you can take something like the CAPS placard and you can put it up there, and it's a visual reminder to, oh yeah, check that periodically. So sometimes that helps. All right, we're now on local altimeter. Left tank is at 104 now. Right tank still at 98.
There are 486 Echo Romeo, contact Chicago Center 123.75.
12375, 6 Echo Romeo.
All right, so now we're at 100 gallons, so we'll switch it to auto. Well, I caught it at 99 gallons, but in the meantime, the right tank decided it only had 97 gallons in it, so that 2-gallon differential still holds. So it's still pulling fuel from the left tank right now, and I'll let you know when it switches. The tanks automatically switch from left to right when the fuel control knob is in the auto position.
For flight 585, descend and maintain 10,000.
Descend and maintain 10,000 for flight 585.
All right, 10,000 is set. Fuel control still on the left side in auto, hasn't switched yet. And now it just switched, and both tanks are balanced at 97. So now we're all burning off the right tank. The fixes on the ILS are bomber, Spence, and then the runway, just approach point. Looks good. All right, let's finish up the NART. Assuming we're going to get runway 2 left, we're already got NOTAMs, we have airport information, we have runway characteristics, and then of course T is for taxi.
128.2, y'all have a good day, Aviation 404 Bravo Charlie.
So we'll definitely try to go easy on the brakes and make Tango all the way into the ramp.
For flight 585, cross 15 miles southeast of Joliet at a maintain 4,000.
Alright, we'll cross 15 miles this side of Joliet at 4,000 for flight 585.
Let's go up here and do a long track waypoint.
For flight 585, just checking this backup transmitter. How's it sound?
It's 5x5, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll put 4,000. Alright, and so that gives us a descent in about 2 minutes and 33 seconds. So we'll set 4,000. And then press the VNAV button. We're seeing path is armed.
Chicago Center, Archer 338, Bravo Golf with you, 4,000.
4,000 is set.
Archer 338,
we built it
South,
in
Chicago
the
Center,
FMS.
maintain VFR at the Gary Altimer.
We've bugged the altitude at 4,000. And we've hit the VNAV button. That's the BBB process for that. In about 43 seconds, we'll get the vertical track warning, if you will. That's just a 1 minute warning, basically, to allow the pilot to go look at everything that they've set up, make sure everything's set up right. So I've got 15 miles this side of Joliet at 4,000. That's set up in VNAV correctly. We've bugged the altitude correctly. And we have the VNAV button pressed. Path is armed.
Vertical track.
All right, we're below local altimeter. Seats and seat belts are secure. Brakes checked out good. The approach has been briefed. All seats are in the upright position. Ice protection is not required. It's currently 8 degrees Celsius at 10,000 feet. All right, we're paying attention to this right here as this gets closer to the horizon line. The aircraft's going to begin its descent in less than 27 seconds. All right, wait for lights and then hold it flaps. I could turn the landing light on now because the landing light only turns on when the landing gear has been extended, but I use it as a final check item to make sure I'm cleared to land when I get a landing clearance. All right, we have VPath is now armed and working normally. Altitude is armed. So it's going to descend on this vertical path, which it's indicating here is VPath. And the altitude is armed versus captured. It's armed, so when it reaches 4,000 feet, it will then capture that altitude, and then that altitude will then be captured, not armed. It'll change colors, of course. Green is good. So I was saying that the landing light doesn't come on until the landing gear has been extended. And then I use that as a final check. Once I've received a landing clearance, it's a memory item for me to turn the landing light on. And that way, if I look down by standard operating procedures and I see that the landing light is on and I'm questioning whether I received a landing clearance, most likely I did. But you have to follow the same procedure in a very disciplined fashion every time, or you can't use it as a standard operating procedure anyway. And also, landing light on is also part of the final landing clearance I typically verbalize to myself. Somewhere between 500-foot AGL and minimums. All right, airspace awareness. Top of the Chicago O'Hare class Bravo is going to be at 10,000 feet. And there's a segment that we're flying through that has a shelf at 3,600 feet. And then as we get closer to DePage, there's a shelf that's at 4,000 feet. So once we're below 3,000 feet along this route of flight, we know we're going to be below the class Bravo, which means we have to restrict our speed to no more than 200 knots. And that is below a class Bravo airspace. All right, about 1,500 feet remaining in the descent. There we go, 3,000 is good.
For flight 585, VFR traffic at your 12 o'clock and 5 miles, slowly moving northbound, altitude indicates 3,700.
Looking for the traffic, for flight 585.
For flight 585, contact Chicago approach 119er, 0.35, let them know you're looking for that VFR.
1935, good day. For flight 585, we'll let them know.
3012, Bravo 1.
All right, I have two targets. One of them is 200 feet below me within 2 miles. The other one is outside of 2 miles at 600 feet above me.
Number 818, correction, 819er, 8 Vector, contact Chicago Center, 123.75.
123.75, 9 Vector.
For flight 585, there is traffic at 12 o'clock, 6 miles southeast, about 3,500.
Looking for the traffic, we have it on TCAS, and we're at 4,000.
Twilight 4, turn left heading at 220.
Left heading 220, Twilight 4.
Southwest 3893, maintain 4,000 till established, cleared ILS, full right approach, 200 knots.
Alright, 200 knots, maintain 4,000 till established, cleared the ILS, full right, Southwest 3893.
Chicago approach for flight 585, it does have hotel.
Flight 585, maintain 250 knots and clear direct to Bomer.
All right, direct Bomer, we'll maintain as close to 250 knots as we can for flight 585.
All right,
Sure 719, turn right heading at 300.
Right turn 300, Sure 719.
Traffic, 12 o'clock, low, 2 miles. Traffic, 12 o'clock, low, 2 miles.
Number 3120, I think it maintain VFR to below. Actually, just maintain 35 for now.
35, and I see the air traffic coming in from the right.
1546, 170 knots till Sitco, tower at Sitco 135.2.
170 to Sitco and tower there,
he's 1545 below. Of course, this is altitude, and with this MCT, maximum continuous thrust, it's showing we're burning about 104
knots.
gallons per hour.
170 knots.
You don't want to stay at low altitude for long. But we have plenty of fuel, so it's not really a factor on this flight.
Sure 719, turn right heading at 310.
310, Sure 719.
Twilight 4, turn right heading at 310.
Right heading 310, Twilight 4.
Sure 719, turn right heading at 010, intercept the full right localizer.
0404, intercept full right localizer, Sure 719.
Sure 719, 010 on the heading.
010, Sure 719.
Other 537, you with me? Flight 585, contact approach 133.5.
335, 4.585, good day. Chicago approach, 4.585, 4,000 with best forward speed, and we do have hotel lined up for the 2 left.
You're about 3 miles from Bomer, cross Bomer at or above 3,000, clear straight in, ILS 2 left approach to page, 200 knots or greater.
All right, 200 knots are cleared for the straight in, ILS 2 left approach, 4.585, and 3,000 to establish.
For 247 Charlie Foxtrot, proceed direct to Bomer, intercept 2 left localizer.
Direct Bomer, intercept 2 left localizer, 7 Charlie Fox.
Southwest 2030, contact Chicago Center 134.82. 3482, Southwest 2030, good day.
Unfortunately, we're pretty high.
57 Foxtrot Echo, amend the altitude, maintain 3,000 for now. There's traffic. It's 12 o'clock and about 7 miles west-southwest bound, 2,500 in KM. 3,000, 37 Fox Echo.
.9.
Our 247 Charlie Foxtrot, you're about 5 miles from Bomer, across Bomer at or above 3,000, cleared, straight on ILS 2 left approach to page. There's a Vision Jet on about a 8-mile final.
Right, cross Bomer at or above 3,000, cleared ILS 2 left, 7 Charlie Fox.
4 flight 585, 170 knots or greater to Spence, tower at Spence, 120.9, good day.
All right, 170 till Spence, and over tower, 4 flight 585, good day. All right, glide slope. All right, flaps 50. Long glide. You're coming down as well. All right, come up on Spence.
42 for traffic, maintain at or above 2,500 until advised.
Maintain at or above 2,500, 442.
Bridge Tower, Vision Jet 247 Charlie Fox, ILS 2 left. Vision Jet 247 Charlie Fox, right to Page Tower, you're number 2 behind a Vision Jet on a 5-mile final, runway 2 left, clear to land. 2 left, clear to land, 7 Charlie Fox.
Page Tower, RV807 Romeo Victor, 10 to the west, landing hotel.
RV807 Victor, sorry, 807 Romeo Victor to Page Tower, enter a midfield, left downwind, runway 2 left.
Midfield, left downwind, 2 left, 7 Romeo Victor.
Page Tower, 4 flight 585 on the visual, 2 left.
Short ready for departure if we can get a short delay.
Colin Tower, you were stepped on, standby.
To Page Tower, 4 flight 585, we're on about a 3-mile final, 2 left.
For departure running if we can get a short delay.
4 flight 585 to Page Tower, runway 2 left, clear to land.
2 left, clear to land, 4 flight 585.
Clear check 1061, standby.
To Page Tower, Colony 556, ready, runway 2 left.
Colony 556, Page Tower, standby, it'll be a couple minutes.
All right, flaps going full.
And crew check 267, extend down when I call your base. Extend down when you're going to call my base, crew check 267. RV7 Romeo Victor for traffic, hold over the VOR, please.
All right, 3 green pressurization is good, fully configured, clear to land, landline is on.
7 Romeo Victor, we'll hold over the VOR.
Kayak 69er Golf, as you enter the downwind, extend downwind, I'll call your base.
Extend downwind, you'll call my base, 69er Golf.
Autopilot off.
Sky 442, you're looking for company traffic 2 miles north of your position, eastbound 1,800, report traffic in sight.
Looking for traffic now, 442.
Power looks
Sky
good.
442, you can start your VFR descent pattern altitude.
All right, that. We'll start our descent pattern altitude 442.
Minimums.
Traffic flight 442.
Sky 442, roger, follow the Skyhawk.
Roger that, 442. Final traffic is in sight 2 for crew check 267.
Crew check 267, roger, continue on the downwind. You're looking for another Vision Jet on a 5-mile final. Report that traffic in sight.
Roger, we'll look for him. Crew check 267.
Alrighty.
45585, turn left, next left turn if able, and contact ground.
All right, left on Whiskey 1, we'll contact ground 45585.
Colony 556, can you take an immediate?
Colony 556, that's all.
Colony 556, turn left heading 340.
Alright, welcome to the page. As I make this turn, you'll see the Goodyear blimp.
Left heading 340, runway 34, clear for takeoff, Colony 556.
November 7 Charlie Foxtrot, 1 departure prior to you.
Roger.
Alrighty.
And crew track 270, correction 267, turn base, change to runway 2 right, clear to land.
Good afternoon, ground 45585. I'm Whiskey 1 for the flight center.
SSL 585, DuPage ground, taxi via Whiskey Tango.
Whiskey Tango, thanks 45585.
Alright, the only time sensitive item is Pro V. And that is off now. So, nice shot there of the Goodyear blimp. Appreciate you guys coming along in these videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, safe flying. And we'll see you on the next flight. Thanks for coming along.